Happy Monday, Dragonlings. Welcome to another week and a new vlog, and today has been rather busy. Not in a bad way, just busy. Mondays usually are. Like, I expect that. I took my husband to work this morning because I needed the truck because the youngest started volleyball today, and I didn't know when he would be getting off. He has gotten off. He's technically supposed to get off around between 2 and 3. But all summer, because of summer season, because of summer hours, because of the amount of rooms they've had and the number of housekeepers they have to clean said rooms, he's been working like 10, 12 hours sometimes. So sometimes there's days he doesn't even get off until 8 o'clock at night. So since I didn't know what time he was going to get off, I was like, let me have the truck. I can take her to volleyball. We'll go from there. So everything worked out as planned. I had my work date with Amy like I usually do. I took her to volleyball practice. After it turned out he got off early on time, depending on your viewpoint, and we picked him up. We went to the store to pick up some school supplies for the oldest because we didn't know what to get her, so we got her like the essentials: pencils, paper, notebooks, stuff like that. And then from there we went and dropped the youngest off at volleyball, and Justin and I went out to eat for dinner after going to the post office. Dinner was great. It was a good time. It was our date night that we haven't had for a couple weeks now. But at the post office, I got this big boy. This is kind of heavy, actually. Last year, I supported 3 different Kickstarters, and now, as of today, 2 of them have been fulfilled. The last one will not be fulfilled until November or December timeframe. So this is the Draconis role-playing game. What got to me was I saw an ad for a D&D based game book that was where you could have dragons as like companions, which is different because in D&D there are good dragons, there are bad dragons, but you can't really have them unless you're doing like a homebrew. You can't really have them as pets. So when I saw that this one you could have them as pets and have them as like riding mouse, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna support this Kickstarter. I want a dragon. So I'm currently trying to open this box. It is a little hard to open. But much easier than the first time when I unpackaged everything and took the plastic wrap off everything. So I don't remember which portion of the Kickstarter I did, but this is everything I got with what I supported. Because if you know anything about Kickstarter, you know that there's different tiers, and different tiers get you different rewards. So this is what I got. The first thing is the compendium. That's not the right word. Guidebook. I think it's a guidebook. Anyways, so it's called Draconis Call of Adventure. So this is the guidebook that it came with, 5th edition. I love this artwork. We got to choose which of the artworks we wanted. There was this one and there was a different one. I cannot even remember what the different one looked like, but this is the one I went with. And I absolutely love it. I think this is fucking gorgeous. And let's just take a look at some of the artwork inside. Like, here we go. That's fucking beautiful. I don't know who did the artwork for this, but can they come do the fantasy covers for my books? I'm just saying. Like, I write dragons. I want them to look like this. This is fucking gorgeous. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. This is one of the characters I think you can play, or it's an NPC. I don't know which. But this is my homework now. Now that I've got it, this is my homework. I get to read this. So there's the guidebook. I'm trying to figure out how to set this all down. And I got a lot of extra goodies. So this came, I have not opened this. Came with a magnet. And this one says, The Call of Adventure, Draconis since 2017. I think this is freaking gorgeous. It's about to go on our fridge. I don't know why it's still in the box because I should have just kept it out. Came with these 2 pieces of artwork, but these are useful pieces of artwork because they are stats for 2 different characters you can have in the game. So that is cool. And it all came in this folder. And then the last thing in this folder, these are dragon stickers. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know I love stickers. So I don't even remember stickers being mentioned in the package that I got. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, yay. And it says, notes from my adventure. Always bring books when traveling and glasses. It's also important to have ink. They say that blowing on its scales brings good luck. It's pointing to the daisy dragon. The daisy dragon. What an intriguing potion. A blue dragon that influences the weather with its emotions. Excellent tea at the local inn. A fireplace dragon that warms farmhouses. I almost forgot what that said for a second. And Dragon of Harmony, whose music soothes all who hear it. Look at these stickers. They're fucking gorgeous. The dragons are the ones that are stickers. I wish the books and stuff were, but if this whole sheet is like a sticker sheet, I imagine I can cut them out from this. Yeah, the whole thing's a sticker sheet, so I'll be able to cut them out. And I want the quotes too, because I think that's super cool. So there's that. I put these back in their folder. And then the next thing I got was in this folder. It is all of the game aids, and she be thick. This is a lot of stuff. Okay, so the first couple sheets are smaller sheets that say clues on one side, and then there's like different game involved things. There's only 3. Oh. Yeah, there's 3 things on here. There's a few maps. These are folded maps that go along with this. There's nothing on the back side. Okay, so there's that. And there's different kinds of maps. Like this is just a single-sided map with, on the other side, it says Najoria's Cave, if I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. Bad with names though, so we're not going to worry about it. What else I got here? There's a couple different maps like that. There's a couple different, let me look for what else is in here, because there's a bunch of stuff and I just want to show you like the highlights. Here's another map. This is Maresia Valley, and it's like got a key code at the bottom. That's freaking gorgeous. Again, can I have whoever did the artwork for this come do my fantasy stuff? I'm just saying. I'm running out of places to put stuff. And then we've got some characters. I think I have this back upside down. I did have this upside down. Oops. Anyways, no big deal. Like, there's some character sheets. I don't know if these are supposed to be NPCs or if they're like pre-made characters you can play or create your own, because you can create your own. But like, it's got their stats, their equipment, and stuff like that, and a little backstory piece. Like, I'm in love with this so much. Let's see what else we got in here. Here's one of the other maps. Freaking gorgeous. Because I got all this stuff mixed up. I want to organize this a little bit. Folding maps. Another one of the clues. This is a big form clue versus a small form clue, and there's a couple of those. And then after that, they've got more character sheets with the different, these are the dragons themselves, because the whole point is that you can have the dragons. I think this is so cool. I don't know what those are. I think this is more stuff for the dragons. This is like stat blocks, but it was separated, so I'll have to organize all this and figure out who goes with what. And then character sheets. Okay, so I showed you guys everything that's in the aids. So aids includes, and I imagine all of this will make more sense when I read through the guidebook. But wait, there's more. We've only just scratched the surface. Okay. Next we have the DM guide. See if I can get the whole thing on camera. Barely. Trying to make sure it gets on camera. Okay. Like, isn't that so cool? And then for those who are new to DMing, telling the story, it's got stat blocks on the other side. Like, this is too cool. Okay. Came with dice, of course, full set. Tied it. Justin pulled them out and looked at them first. Because he was like, "It came with dice, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, it came with dice." Purple sparkly set. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. Probably not well at all. Nope, that's okay. But they're purple, sparkly, and glittery. Then it also came with, oops, a 3D figurine. I don't know who this is, but they look like a fox. They look like a fox carrying a, hopefully that shows up. Keeps focusing on me. Focus on him. I can't make it, sorry. So it came with that figurine. Deep in the Valley. It came with this little book, which is honestly, like it comes with adventure sheets, note-taking sheets for the game. Comes with a character sheet so you can create your own character. And then it's got the actual adventure storyline, if you want to go by a straight storyline. And then the last two things it comes with is these cards, which I don't know how these are involved, but like this one on the top, first of all, the artwork again is gorgeous. There's two different, I think this is two different kinds of cards because this one's a different than this one. Like, they're a little different. It doesn't look that way on camera, but like this one's blue and this one's green. It's the lighting in this room and the lighting on the camera that doesn't show it very well. But like one's green and one's blue. It does show up a little bit, but not well. Not as well as in person. And like this one says, avalanche or mud flow. Special, mountain event only. This dire event can represent the spread of Nagoria's sickness. As they climb the mountain across the glacier, the adventurers are startled by a great crackling noise like thunder. The ground starts shaking. Looking up, their eyes widen with fear. A sheet of ice, or a flow of debris, is rapidly sliding down toward them, causing snowdrifts and rock projections in its wake. The avalanche will soon be on them. And then it talks about the different stats that can happen with that. And then taking one of the other cards, one of those green ones, this one says, treacherous terrain. The ruins are dotted with uneven terrain, and so travelers must be particularly wary of risk or fall. The adventurers may experience the inconvenience of a sprain, a strain, or soreness from a sudden fall. And then it's got some stats for that too. So like these are different things. Again, I don't know how they're involved with the game itself, but I imagine they will be in conjunction with the story itself. I don't know. I'll find out when I read the book guidebook. And then it's got another set of cards that are very similar to those. This one's more green ones. I don't know if are they the same? Nope, it's a different kind of green. And then there's these red ones. The green ones say Hunter's Haven class guide. This is a spell. It's a level 1 spell. And then this one's like an effect. It says petrified. Again, don't know how these are involved, but we'll figure it out. Probably has something to do with the storyline. So yeah, that is the final thing that's in this box. All of this fits in this box, which I'm super happy about. Let me put it all back in. all fits in the box, and then I just put the lid on. Ta-da! I'm so happy. I'm just so excited. I have to pull out the roll guide book again, because again, I've got homework. I want to read it. But yeah, that's what the Kickstarter I supported. Like I said, I don't remember which one it was. I don't like the tier it was, but I got the one that I could most afford. That gave me the most stuff, and I'm super excited about it. We get to ride dragons. We get to have dragons. I'm so excited about that. And then the last Kickstarter I'm waiting for, that'll come in like November, December. It treats monsters like Pokemon, where they evolve and turn into higher level monsters. Super excited about that one too. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna try to figure out if I can combine the two so that we can have like dragon mounts as you're going through the storyline and still have like Pokemon monsters kind of thing. So like, I'm super excited about it. I cannot wait. So yeah, that made my day. That made my day so much. And I'm super excited to get started on it so I was telling the kids, I was like, we're gonna play it Sunday, and then I started thinking about it, I was like, we can't play it Sunday because I have no idea what we're doing with it. So, homework. If I can read through it and understand it enough by Sunday, that's what we're going to do for family night. If not, it's going to have to wait a couple weeks. And then my youngest was like, are we going to take it with us to North Carolina and play D&D with everyone? And I was like, oh, that's a grand idea. We should do that. So, that may happen too. So, I don't know yet what we're going to do yet, but we're going to find out. I'm super excited. Hey. Look what I just got. My Kickstarter came in. This whole big box is full of all kinds of goodies. It took me 15 minutes to show it off in a video form for my vlog. But I'm super excited. Let me just show you the role-playing book that came with it. Ta-da! Isn't this fucking gorgeous? Look at this guidebook. It's 5th edition, by the way. I can't even get it all in the camera. This is from a Kickstarter I supported called Draconis. I'm so excited. It just came in today. So, hey Dragonlings. It is Monday. JC and I are about to do our sprints during my lunch break. And I say about to. We've actually already started the sprint. But I have to spin my wheel to figure out what I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to do that. And then I will show you what we get. Because I'm doing the spinning the wheel on the computer and I don't really have a way to record that, so I will show you a screenshot of what it shares decides for us. So I'm using the same spinning wheel I did for the 12-hour marathon. It's actually reset to its original standards with 7 instances of sultry solstices, since there are 7 stories in that series, and then it's got the other 7 projects that I can work on. So I'm going to spin that real quick, find out what I'm working on for this sprint, and then we will actually get to work on it. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping it doesn't land on sultry solstices, because I just posted a video about sultry solstices and the trouble I'm having with it, and I think I've gotten a couple of comments on it. I haven't read through them yet, if they're for that video or a different video, I'm not positive, but I want to give that a little bit more time to percolate. So I'm really hoping it doesn't land on sultry solstices tonight, but with there being 7 instances of it, there's a high possibility it could, but I guess we'll see. Anyways, let me go ahead and spin this wheel. And then while it's spinning, I'm going to open my monster because I am thirsty and I can't clear my throat to save my life, and I don't know why. It happens every once in a while. And then we will get to work. So let's see what we're getting. Please don't land there. Please don't. Aw, man. Of course it lands on sultry solstices because I didn't want it to. I didn't want it to land there, and of course it did. I don't know what is going on lately, guys. I mean, I do and I don't. So, all week, and I know part of it's because my sleep schedule is so fucked up, but all of this week around my lunch break, I have been so damn tired. Like, I want to work on stuff. I have stuff I can work on. I have stuff I need to work on, but I haven't wanted to do anything. You want to know what I've wanted to do? Nap. You want to know what I've done? Nap. there's been a couple of days this week already where at least one of my writing sprints has been spent napping. Or like I would clock out and take a longer lunch break just to get a nap in. And I'm so fucking tired. I'm so tired. But it has also ruined my sleep schedule even further because I'll get home and I'll stay up later because I'm not fucking tired. There's just no winning. And with this week being like back to school week, that made it even worse because I've been up. I was up all day Monday without an actual nap. And then Tuesday, I spent a lot of the day, like I didn't get as much sleep as I would like to, as much as I needed to, kind of thing. So like I'm trying to stay awake right now because I am so fucking tired, but I have a feeling that if I take a nap of any sort during my lunch break today, I will ultimately not sleep again tomorrow. That is my fear right now, is that I will not sleep again tomorrow. So that is fun. But I'm super tired. I just finished filming a video that I have to upload and edit, and I want a nap. I want a nap so bad. And I still might nap, but I shouldn't be this tired. I should not. And I've noticed it's when I sit down at a computer, whether I'm sitting down at a computer like of my own at home or sitting down for my lunch break and sitting at a computer. Because like once I stand up, I'll be fine. I'll walk out of this room with like to go to the bathroom and I'll be absolutely fine. So I don't know what it is about sitting in front of electronics. It might just be fatigue with electronics, like electronic fatigue. I don't know if that's really a thing. That might be all it is. But just, oh my God, I'm tired of being so damn tired. And I don't know how to fix the problem other than get more sleep during the day when I'm at home, when I'm supposed to be sleeping, when I can't sleep because I've napped at work during one of my breaks. So if I look super tired in the video I posted today, this is why I'm super tired. Like I keep looking over, there is a couch in this room because this is a therapy room, and there's a couch and 2 chairs, and I'm like, I keep looking at the couch going, oh my God, it's not a comfortable couch. It is surprisingly comfortable comparatively because of what material it is, but it looks so fucking comfortable right now. And I just want to nap. I just want to sleep. And like earlier today, I was sitting at my computer desk and I was like on the live stream. I was on JC's live stream. I was just lurking from in the chat. But like almost the minute her live stream started, I kept falling asleep at my desk. And it wasn't that I wasn't even tired, but obviously I'm tired or I wouldn't be falling asleep. But I'm like, I wasn't tired until I sat down, until the stream started. And like right now I'm super tired, but I got a computer sitting in front of me. Or I'm sitting at a computer desk for the therapy room. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what's going on. I'm just so damn tired for no reason at all. None. Because like even today I got even with staying up late because like I could not get sleep because I taken a nap the night before. I don't know what to do. I'm just tired and I want a nap. I keep looking over at the couch. I want a nap. I might have to go take a nap, as much as I hate to say it. But then I'll probably won't sleep. I'm gonna have to like knock myself out with that Dayquil tomorrow. NyQuil, not Dayquil. I'm gonna have to knock myself out with NyQuil tomorrow. Benadryl, to make sure I get the sleep I need, because I think that's the only thing that's gonna help me stay awake during my like sprints in the evening. Because I've been trying to sprint with JC, but I keep falling asleep during at least one of them. Excuse me, I'll still get work done during them because I'll start off doing okay, and then I'm just like 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired, and I'll nap. So I don't know what to do about that. But yeah, that's what I've been going through. Girls started school today. They both had a good day. Volleyball started the other day. Soccer starts tomorrow. Like, that's part of the problem, is that it's just the first week of school and it's just an exhausting week because of everything going on, and it's certainly not helping. But like nothing bad is happening. Nothing is extremely demanding. Nothing is extremely going wrong. Nothing is extremely out of place. And I'm so fucking tired. You guys are probably tired too. You guys are probably tired of hearing how tired I am. So I'm going to go ahead and end this clip here. I'll see you guys. I'll check in with you guys later. Hey Dragonlings, so I'm going to be wrapping up this vlog real soon, but it's been a week. I have been so tired this week. Like, last night was the first night all week where I didn't feel the urge while doing my sprints with JC. I didn't feel the urge to take a nap when I didn't do his off. Like, I felt fine. I did feel a little sleepy at the beginning of our sprints, but I didn't ever go to sleep during our sprints like I have been doing. Like, during our sprints all week, I have been getting some stuff done, don't get me wrong. But like, I'll do like 5 to 10 minutes worth of work. Not certain why my chair is making so much noise today. But I'll do like 5 to 10 minutes worth of work, followed by like the rest of the sprint with napping. So last night was the first night that I didn't do that. And I was basically working on writing down all of my thoughts, thoughts for like publishing in the future, and like how I'm going to get stuff done so I can publish in the future. I'm still working out that plan, and I'll possibly do a video talking about that plan in the future. But to coincide with it, I got my 5-year planner that I ordered. Let me pick a calendar page that doesn't have any writing on it. Oh, birthday month. Nice. So like, it's big and it's got lines. So it's a monthly calendar, and on this side it's got notes and a to-do list, which is great, but otherwise it's just a monthly calendar. The only thing that annoys me about this, and this is a pet peeve more than anything else, like anyone else probably won't care, is that it goes from one year to the other with no separation. And I personally would have wanted some kind of annual calendar, something to show the separation between the years, so that you're not flipping thinking you're in the same year and only discovering you're in the next year. That is my only qualm with this, and I will be adding tabs to this to indicate what year is what year. Like in the January of every year for the 5 years, I'm going to put a tab, because otherwise I will be writing stuff that is meant for 2026 in like 2027. So the other thing is that I've already started writing some stuff in this, and I started writing in pen and I immediately regretted it, because the whole point is that I want to be able to move things around if I need to. So my bad. So there's some things written in pen and the rest is written in pencil where I've started filling some stuff in. We'll see. I already can tell you I had 2 pet peeves with this. The first was the fact that there was no separation between the years. The second thing is the size. I am not a huge fan of letter size. This is letter size. And yes, I will use letter size, but I am so much happier with something that is like A5, or like I'm using a B6 journal. Like, I would prefer something that size. I really wish I hadn't lost the 5-year planner I'd created, but oh well, things happen. Maybe what I'll do is, this looks like it was this actually looks like it's a print on demand. So what I might do is design my own with cover pages and annual calendars in it to represent the next time I do the next 5-year planner. I don't know. I'll figure something out. The other thing I might do, don't hate me for this, I really like disc-bound planners. And so what I might do, probably not, that it is a lot of work, and I just do not feel like I have enough time or energy to do this. But one of the things I might do is take this apart and put it in a disc-bound planner. Again, probably not. Probably not. Otherwise, it's not a bad planner. Like, literally, the whole thing is just, there is a beginning page. Excuse me. And then it automatically jumps into January 2025. And it goes, let's see, 2025, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, so it's got December 2025. If I can turn this. There we go. And the very next page is January 2026. Like, that's what I'm talking about. There's no separation. So I will be putting tabs in here to separate. And then at the end of the book, it's December 2029, followed by last page. So it's as advertised. It's a 5-year planner, and it'll do what I need it to do, which is just to, like, I want to use this for two things. Publishing schedule, so that I can start planning my writing schedule around that. One of the things I am doing is I'm working on a new writing process, a writing, editing, publishing process, so that I can start meeting, I don't necessarily want to meet deadlines faster, but I do want to start getting works published, and in order to do so, that means I need to get them finished. And I have a bad habit of starting a project, getting it mostly finished, not finishing it up, starting a new project, getting it mostly finished, not finishing it up. Like, I've got 5 or 6 projects right now that are 3/4 of the way done, at least a first draft, if not a second or third draft. And I've never actually finished them. I watched a video earlier this morning from Bethany Atazada. I think that's who it was. I'll have the video link below. I think it was Bethany. And in her video, she was talking about the fact that she does a kind of circular writing process where she does, pantsing is not the word she used, discovery writing. She used discovery writing. Okay, so she does discovery writing followed by like editing, and she does it in a cycle. And it was based on a process that Michael Laurent talks about in some of his presentations and videos and stuff. And I've actually got the book she mentioned, so now I'm gonna have to read the book she mentioned to like get my own take on what she was talking about. So I've got homework. More homework. Oh no, more homework. But anyways, so that's just another book I need to read that's all nonfiction. Because I want to reread Outline Your Novel. I'm currently reading the workbook, and let me tell you this right now. If you have the workbook, I feel like you can skip reading the novel, and if you've read the novel, you can skip reading the workbook, because while it's not worded exactly the same, the wording is very different between the two. What it has you do in both is extremely similar. And maybe I'd feel different if I had a physical version of the workbook, but the ebook is supposed to be the same, where you just take what you would write in the physical version and put it like in a notebook yourself. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the workbook, but I'm not done with it yet. So I need to finish it before I make any conclusive thoughts about it. And then I want to do a video where I talk about the novel versus the workbook together. But I'm reading both of those kind of concurrently. I'm rereading Outlining Your Novel, the parts I need or feel like I need to take more notes on. I took a lot of notes the first read through though. And then I'm reading through the workbook, seeing if it will help me. And now I need to read Laurent's, I think it's a guide to pantsing, something like that. And I have my 5th edition game guide that I need to read. The Draconis one. Not including the books I need to read from the library. They're nonfiction. The memoir one. Memoir? I think it's a memoir. I don't remember what it is. History? I know it's history of some kind. It's Montana history. Local history. I've just got so many things. I've actually got a TBR for once. I don't like it. And then I also have to read Romancing Your Brand. So that's, what, 5 works? Ugh. Anyways, I only did this to myself. I don't know. I don't have anyone else to blame. I do not like the notebook I'm using for, I don't have it in here. I don't like the notebook I'm using for note-taking for nonfiction reading. I thought I would. I don't. At all. I don't appreciate it. So that's fun. That's lots of fun. I'm gonna end up doing something different because I don't like it. I got an email. It's not a new thing for me to get emails in this regard, but this one really made me giggle. This one really made me giggle, and I have to read it to you. I don't know if I can access my email on my tablet. Let me try. Okay, change of angle possibly because I had to take a screenshot and send it to my tablet. Anyways, let me just read this to you, and then I will include a screenshot right here in this area so you can read it yourself or read along. And it says, "Hi, Skye SD Hegyes. I'm from... Your content is always practical and highly creative, and I can see why your audience engages so strongly with your videos. We believe Coloring Book AI would resonate perfectly with your style. It's an AI tool that lets users create unique coloring pages in 10 seconds from photos or text prompts with stable faces, clean outlines, and one-click background removal. It's a great way to inspire creativity. We'd love to collaborate with you by offering 3 months of access and 30% recurring commissions. Your videos could be the ideal way to showcase how simple and fun this tool really is. Would you be open to exploring these partnerships? Best regards, blank from blank. If you've been around my channel, you know the problem with this. First of all, they obviously haven't watched enough of my videos. They definitely haven't come to my live streams, because this has been talked about a couple different times on my live streams in various locations. I have no desire whatsoever. And this actually came, when did I get this email? Hold on. Fudge. It doesn't say, because I screenshotted it. I believe I got that email right before or right after I posted my video talking about sultry solstices. And in that video, I talked about the fact that I have no desire to use AI. And yet this company is like, would you be interested in partnering with us using AI products, AI tools to create coloring pages? No, the fuck I would not. The temptation to respond to that email with that response, no, the fuck I would not. I have no desire whatsoever to use AI, and I have no desire to ever use your tool. Please keep your filthy hands out of my inbox. Like, the temptation to write that as a response and send it to them is great. Now, it's not new for me to receive emails, cold call emails, talking about, hey, you need to update your website in order to become #1 on Google's search bar and stuff like that. Talking about SEO and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's nothing new to me. I've received 1 to 2 of those daily, honestly, at this point. Though, to be fair, when you search SD Hegyes, guess what's the first thing, the #1 slot? It's my website. Not my social media, my website, which is as it should be. Second thing I think is YouTube. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've searched, so maybe my website is not at the top anymore, but it doesn't matter. The way they word it is that mine is not at the top. My website is not at the top when you search SD Hegyes. I understand if you search Skye SD Hegyes, it won't be at the top, because it's not supposed to be. That's only my YouTube channel that says that. And that's because there were so many people calling me SD, and I was like, who's SD? And then I was like, oh, they're talking to me. It's Skye. Okay. And I changed my name because of that. But everything should be under SD Hegyes, because that's what I write my fantasy under. So, yeah, that one's a new one. That one's a new one. I've never had someone ask me if I would partner with them for AI. Not saying that I wouldn't partner with someone for sponsorships or something like that. If Pepsi contacted me about doing a sponsorship, or Monster contacted me about doing a sponsorship, I would jump on that in a heartbeat. I know that a couple people have had Flowdesk sponsor them. I'm like, dude, I've been looking at Flowdesk desks for a couple years now. I would love to do a partnership with Flowdesk. Or like any of the gaming chair companies that I've looked at over the years, because I'm not going to lie, if I had the money, I would totally spend $500 on a gaming chair. I would easily do a partnership with them. And the fact that I've been thinking about reaching out to a company like Monster, just for shits and giggles, the worst they can say is no. Be like, so I do Saturday night live streams, and they're writing productivity, and I'm always drinking a Monster during them. Would you like to sponsor my channel? Like, the temptation to reach out and just ask, because like I said, the worst they can say is no, is great. But yeah, like this one was a new one. I've never had anyone reach out to me via email for anything art related. It's always been website related. Now, on Instagram, I have had several people reach out to me for art related works. And as someone who is looking for an artist to eventually do character artwork, and eventually like character artwork that could be incorporated into covers, that is something I'm interested in. So whenever these people cold call me on Instagram with their profiles and stuff, I do go check them out. 90% of the time, the profiles I have been sent so far have been stolen works, or the person has just started their channel and they only have like 1 or 2 examples of their work, and those examples are so different that I cannot be certain it's probably a scammer. But I also want to give them the benefit of the doubt, because like I know that my style of artwork if I'm looking at a reference is completely different if I'm drawing without one. So like, and if I were to start posting my artwork, like my own artwork, I know that, and I created its own little channel, there would only be like 1 or 2 pieces on it anyways. So like, I get it. It could be someone who's just started going down that path, but has been creating artwork for a lot longer than I think, and stuff like that. Like, I've been creating artwork myself off and on, more off these years than on, since I was like my kids' age, younger than my kids, 10, 11. Like, I have a whole thick ass binder full of artwork that I did, and not just in school, it was out of school too. So like, maybe that's a video I could do one day, is just flip through all my art and be like, this is what I've drawn over the years. The last thing I drew was like in 2022. Because I don't draw that often these days. And I usually don't draw without a reference because, again, my artwork when I have a reference versus when I don't is completely different. So, yeah. I want to give these people who contact me with art stuff the benefit of the doubt. And what I usually do is I don't respond. I silently stalk their profiles for a little while. And if nothing new gets added, especially like if nothing new with a caption where they talk about, a lot of the people who post artwork have a caption that talks about, like, if it's a commission, who the commission was for and stuff. Like, a lot of the times these people who contact me with these cold calls saying they would like to work with me as far as artwork goes, a lot of what their portfolio consists of is supposedly work they've done for other people, and yet their captions don't mention those other people. And like, I get it because I wouldn't necessarily, I will always credit an artist, but I also understand where if I'm commissioning fan art of something, I don't necessarily want to be tagged in it saying this was a commission from Skye for fan art for Mercedes Lackey Voldemort books. Like, I don't want my name necessarily attached to that. I personally wouldn't mind either way. But like, I can see from a standpoint of someone else where they wouldn't want their name. Like, they wouldn't want anyone to know that they commissioned fan art instead of drawing the fan art themselves, kind of thing. Like, I get it. But at the same time, when all of your portfolio pieces don't have tags of who commissioned them, me thinks that something's up. But I do try to give them the benefit of the doubt for, again, the same reason I mentioned before. So anyways, all that being said, that email was a new experience that made me giggle and also made me realize that they didn't watch a single damn video of mine, because then they would have found my video that says that they at least did not watch enough of my video content or do like a search of my video content to know my thoughts about AI, because I have a whole ass video talking about how I have no desire to use AI. Like, I have a video that's, I don't know the exact title of it, but it's like my thoughts on AI, what I think about AI, let's talk about AI, something to that effect. Like, AI is in the title, and if they had just done a search of my name and AI, it would have pulled up on YouTube, which is obviously how they found me, because of the fact that they were talking about videos, and they were talking about, when they addressed me, they said, "Hi, Skye, SD Hegyes," and YouTube is the only place where I have that label. Discord also has that label on some channels, but most of the time I just change it to Skye. Or like, a lot of my gaming channels have me as Skyfox because that's my gamer name. So like, I changed it to Skyfox. So like, they obviously didn't do their fucking research, and that was what this whole clip was supposed to be about. That was what I was getting at, was that these people, I don't mind cold calls. In fact, that is the bravest thing you can do. But if you're gonna do a fucking cold call, do your research. Know your audience. Like, I actually wouldn't mind working with some of these people if they would do their fucking research. Like, if it shows you've done your research. Just like how we as writers, if we're trying to go the trad route, you're supposed to research any agents you're trying to query, so you're not querying them with something they do not accept and do not want. Why can't these people who are trying to gain your business, it's probably because most of the time they're a scam, but that's not the point. Why can't any of these businesses who want your business do their research to make sure that they are contacting you about something you're actively looking for? Because like I said, I am looking for artwork. If they had contacted me about artwork not containing AI, I would have at least looked into it. Because I'm not going to lie, coloring books sounds like a great idea. That would be a fun thing to have. I think it was Katie Wismer. has puzzles of some of her books. And I'm like, I love puzzles. I love this idea. Even if I don't sell them anywhere else. Like, can you imagine? I think hers are like of covers. I could be wrong. I don't remember what she said, and I don't remember anything. I just remember she's the person I remember mentioning has puzzles from her books. But can you imagine having character art as a puzzle? I'm here for this. I'm here for the character art as a puzzle. But I also have to have character art first. Character art, I want postcards. I want character art postcards so I can write stuff on the back of the postcard and send it out, and that person's gonna have beautiful artwork on one side and my lovely message on the other. Like, that's what I want. I want character art that I can sell as prints. I want character art I can send as postcards. I want character art for cover purposes eventually. But all of this is like far down the road because I don't have fucking money. But if a company were to approach me and say, hey, we know you're looking for artwork. We don't use AI. We are a brand new company. We're just trying to, we got some up and coming artists. We got some brand new artists. We're trying to get their name out there. Like, I am more inclined to listen to you. Use keywords that I like. No AI. And let's be real. I mentioned it in a couple of videos past where I was talking about no AI. I can't honestly tell the difference sometimes. There are some covers I look at it, I'm like, that's AI. That's AI. That was made in Canva. That's AI. I don't know where that was made, but it's AI. Like, there's some I can tell, but AI is growing better and better with each passing day as it learns more and more, and it gets fed more and more stolen work to the point where it is getting to the point where I can't always tell. And I saw a post earlier this week where, rightly so, this reviewer is getting chewed out and possibly sued because she read a book. I would have to find this article, and I can find the post and possibly post it here as well. But she read a book, and she, in her review, accused the author of using AI. And this is a whole other topic. Not the author using the AI, but people accusing people of using AI without actually finding out for certain. And her reasoning behind deciding that this had to be AI was the fact that some of the phrases were used. And like, one of the phrases used was, he let out a breath he didn't realize he was holding. Do you know how many times I find that fucking sentence in my own work that I know I wrote with my own two hands? Like, it's one of those sentences we joke about these days because it is so fucking common in books before AI was written. It's a cliche for a reason. It's because it's always fucking existed. It's not AI. And then when there was a couple other examples that were the same. They were all cliche sentences, not AI sentences. And yet this reviewer was sad, or pretending to be sad, I don't know which. And I'm like, dude, I hope that author sues you because what you did was defamation. Defamation? The other term? There's another term. Fraud's not the right one. There's another word that's like defamation that's not defamation that I can't remember off the top of my head. So it may not be defamation, it might be that the word. But either way, she's attacking the author's character saying, you used AI to write these, and she used her examples of why she thought it was AI, and they were all cliche trope kind of sentences. And I'm like, dude, you deserve this. I don't give a shit if you've got student loans to pay. I don't give a shit if you're sad that the author's coming after you. You deserve to be gone after because what you did was wrong. This is called fuck around and find out. You fucked around, you're finding out. This is the consequences of your own goddamn actions. Do not go around accusing people of using AI if you cannot prove it. And those kind of sentences don't prove that the person used AI. Those kind of sentences proved that they're cliches. Now, you could put in your review that the author used cliches, but you do not put in your review that the author used AI without proof to back it up, and that proof was terrible at best. So, and what I was getting about as far as like that being a video of itself, the witch hunts that are going on. Like, I will admit that I have no desire to read anything with AI cover art or AI writing. And again, I go back to the fact that I can't always tell if it's AI. But I'm not going to go around and be like, I don't want to read that book because the cover is definitely AI. Because I don't fucking know. it looks like AI to me, I'm not going to read it. That's all I need to know. I don't have to say that I can say that I think it's AI. I'm not going to go around saying that it is AI because I don't fucking know unless the author puts in their little copyright page, cover made by AI art. I don't fucking know. And they can lie because they can put whatever they fucking want in the copyright. So, like, I'm never gonna know. And especially since even some of the trad publishing companies are getting heat under their tails because of the fact that they are trying to scooch in some AI shit so they don't have to pay artists, make more money. And if it's a trad pub, I'm gonna be like, well, they can afford to pay an artist. I'm gonna automatically assume that it's not AI when it turns out some of them are. And one of the companies I love has been accused of it the most. Great job, Tor. You're fantastic. You're one of the top 5. You should be able to afford artists, so stop using fucking AI. So yeah, this is an extremely long clip to go into a rant about cold calls, not knowing your audience, AI, marketing, witch hunts, all that fun jazz. So this tangent got away from me and I'm so sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this vlog here. It's long enough. I've talked long enough. I hope it was entertaining at least this last part. And I will see you all next week with a new vlog. What am I gonna work on? I don't know. Monday's Labor Day. I don't have work. We'll see what happens. Shenanigans. Expect shenanigans. Anyways, I will see you all in my next video. Bye, Dragonlings.